Hi everybody on YouTube. I'm doing a video today about my story about 9/11. Everybody knows about what happened on Tuesday 11th September 2001, the World Trade Center and everything. Every day I sort of think about 9/11. I think about what happened. I was 16 and I just left school. I was at my mum's because I was living at home at the time. And I just remember watching CNN, watching the news and seeing about the Twin Towers being hit. Seeing those buildings collapse. When I first watched on BBC One a 9/11 documentary of the one that was filmed by the two French guys that did a documentary about what it's like to be a New York City firefighter. I'd never cried before, but when I watched that I cried. Thinking about the people that lost their lives on Tuesday 11th September 2001. I still think about 9/11 to this day, about what happened. 343 firefighters of New York City are brave enough to do a job, going into a building and never knowing that building was going to collapse. They went in there to rescue people, to get people out. Still think about all the police officers also that went in. So many people lost their lives on September the 11th, 2001. When I saw the Twin Towers collapse, I just couldn't believe seeing that building go down. New York City firefighters were brave that day. I mean, doing a job that they've always done. But going into a building and never coming home. I think about the people that were on those planes, American Airlines Flight 11, American Airlines Flight 175, American Airlines Flight 77 that hit the Pentagon, and American Airlines Flight 93. They were going to fly into the Capitol building in Washington DC, but passengers on Flight 93 were brave to get up and stop him. September the 11th, 2001 was such a hard day. I'm sorry if you hear aircraft flying over. This is not supposed to be part of this. I have my window open, so practically that's probably why you can hear it. But every time I look at 9/11, I think about how many people lost their lives that day. And why did terrorists attack the United States? What did the United States do to them to make them just attack them for no reason? Why they took so many innocent people. I found it hard to do this video. I wanted to do it to show the United States of America that I'm with them and You know, like, I understand what the families and the people went through. People lost their lives on September the 11th, 2001. You know, every day I still think about it. I watch on YouTube videos on 9/11, and it still makes me think about what happened that day. Can't believe how many people lost their lives. I mean, to go to work in the World Trade Center and walking in your office and have a cup of coffee and something to eat, and or even going to the windows of the World Restaurant, which some of them were in at the top of those Twin Towers. I even think to myself, what would I do if I was in there? If I was in the World Trade Center, I don't know what I would do. People that jumped out those windows. People that were trapped on floors and they couldn't get down. I mean, firefighters were brave enough. I mean, carrying 60 pounds worth of gear and brave enough to walk up those stairs in those Twin Towers. The ones that lost their lives, why did it have to happen? Taking innocent people's lives. I still think about it, you know. I've got pictures of the Twin Towers, like I've got one in my kitchen. I've got one in my living room. I've got a special coin in memory of 9/11. So, you know, I always think about September the 11th, 2001. People that lost their lives, people's families. I wanted to dedicate this video to Manhattan, New York, to let them know I'm thinking about them. And those firefighters that survived 9/11 that still continue doing the job in New York City. It must be very hard for them. I mean, imagine responding to a 911 call of a fire somewhere near to where the World Trade Center used to be, and to get out of a firefighter truck and think, I still have to put this fire out. Even though over there is where I lost friends and colleagues of firefighters that died in where that used to be, the Twin Towers. I mean, there was kids on those aircrafts. The aircrafts that hit the Twin Towers. Kids that didn't get a chance to have a normal life. I mean, to go on a plane and not know where you're going. Didn't know that what was going to happen. I still think about 9/11 every day. Just Just wish it never happened. One day I'd love to go to Manhattan, New York, see where the Twin Towers used to be, and I'd love to be able to just lay some flowers there and remembering the people that lost their lives. "9/11 was really hard. It must have been even harder for people in Manhattan, New York. I mean, living in New York and thinking about it every day. Still think about 9/11 a lot. And I'm not even an American, you know, I'm from the UK, United Kingdom, but I still think about it. I've got the DVD of 9/11, the documentary, and 24 Hours at Ground Zero, 7 Days of September and America Rebuilds. September the 11th, I always sort of watch it and I just think back at that day. The amount of people that lost their lives. I did this video just to show the Americans how I feel about what happened with 9/11. It must have been really hard for you lot out there in New York. Everybody who lost someone. If you haven't already, you can check out my video that's on my YouTube channel. I sung the song Danny Boy in memory of people that lost their lives on Tuesday 11th September 2001. So if you want to watch that video, it's there on my YouTube channel. I even added in the Twin Towers in the background and wear the New York City Fire Department t-shirt. If you hear aircrafts flying over, I don't know why they're flying over this area. My window's open, so you can. That's probably why you can hear it. I'm hoping you don't hear it, but I just hope you liked what I did for this video. Thank you for watching.